What is up, guys? Red Ranger 02 here, and this time, give me a second, let me scoot you guys over for a sec. And this time, I'm not going to be doing a review. I was going to be doing a triple review. Every single time I go do it, something happens. So I guess I shouldn't do it today. So instead, I'm going to actually be doing... Give me a second. What the heck? There's a big old split in this table. But anyway, this time, as I said I was going to probably do before, I'm going to do my top 10 favorite Kamen Riders. Now, these are both based off of looks and just what I kind of generally know about the series. So, let's get to it. This does not include Showa Riders. This is specifically Heisei Riders. So let's get to it. Number 10, Kuga. I will admit Kuga is pretty decent looking, but I don't know too much about his story. I do like his different forms, I like his rising form, and I like the fact that he has that growing form whenever he first starts out. And it reminds me of the form that the next guy has, and that is number 9, Ryuki. I did not like Ryuki's story. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that from other Kamen Rider friends. I don't know what it is. I did not like Ryuki's story. It made no sense to me why they had to go into another world to get their powers. It made no sense to me whatsoever. That being said, I like his look a whole lot. I like him whenever he starts off and he doesn't have the dragon form yet. And I like him afterwards as well. His weapons are pretty cool, and I honestly really like it. He's a very cool looking character, and I like his survival form. His survival form is awesome. And I just like the way that his weapons kind of speak. Survival. I really like that. And number 8, Agito. Now, Agito is a very cool looking rider, don't get me wrong. I don't know a whole lot about his story, however, but the reason he comes out at number 8 on my list is because I generally like his secondary riders. I say riders because I'm not sure who his real secondary rider is. I watch the freaking secondary rider streams, and of course it shows all of them, but there's usually only one official secondary rider. So I don't know if it's G3 or Gills. I know another Agito. I'm not even sure about another Agito. I don't know if another Agito is supposed to be a secondary rider or if he's like a villain. And that just confuses the straight up crap out of me. Number 7 is going to be Kamen Rider Blade. I've not watched a whole lot of Kamen Rider Blade, but from what I have, I do like the series and the look of the character. It's pretty cool, and that's actually inspired a lot of different Kamen Rider fan ideas that I've had in my head recently. Such as Kamen Rider Jurassic. He uses these cards that are like fossils, inserts them into his belt, closes up the belt. It projects a dinosaur face depending on the pattern on the card. And that's both kind of a Blade and Zeronis thing from Kamen Rider Den-O. And yes, secondary riders can be featured on this list, but from those, I don't think any have made them in. But for this list, I'm pretty sure there's only a few secondary riders or other writers that have made it into my top 5, not even my top 10. So, just wait. So, for number 6, and number 6 is actually a secondary rider now that I say that. Good work, T. Number 6 is Kamen Rider Ibuki. Now, I have not watched anything to do with Hibiki, but Ibuki is pretty cool looking. I like the blue that he has, and I've kind of noticed a trend. I'm not sure if if I'm the only one that's noticed, but a lot of the Kamen Riders, the Heisei Kamen Riders, seem to have a lot of red Heisei primary Kamen Riders, and then a lot of the secondary riders tend to have some kind of blue on them. Ibuki is no exception. The cool blue look that he has, along with his weird trumpet gun, is something I really like, and I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, I just like it for some reason. And number 5, Go from Kamen Rider Drive, or Kamen Rider Maha! Yes, Kamen Rider Mach. I know everyone finds him super annoying. I did not, on the other hand. Mach reminds me of me. And honestly, I like Mach. Mach is just a really cool guy. Love his character, and I love the dark turn that his character ends up taking and how he kind of works for the Roid Mute at some point. Like, they think he's mind controlled, and he's like, I've never been mind controlled. I'm just wanting to attack you guys. And it's like, I wasn't trying to attack you guys. I needed this tablet because it's got my dad on it. And he's just got a really weird storyline. And then, like, his moment with Chase at the very end, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, the moment with Chase at the end, when Chase is dying in Go's arms, I'll be honest, I've never cried during Power Rangers, and I've never cried during Super Sentai, but that episode made me cry. At number 4 is Kamen Rider Double. Double is just cool. I like the fact that it's both Haruto, not Haruto. I like the fact that it's Philip and... Oh my god, why can't I remember the other guy's name? Why can't I remember his name right now? Shotaro! I like the fact that it's him and Shotaro. Thank you, Shotaro! Pretty sure it's Shotaro. It's Shotaro! I'm not looking it up. But anyway, Philip and Shotaro were just like the perfect combo of like, I was like, at first I couldn't really get into the season because of the kind of like two guys becoming one writer. I didn't really like it at first until I started watching the series, and then I really liked it. Now, Kamen Rider Double, I just like his different color schemes. However, my favorite, and it's because of the actual theme, is Heat Metal. Just the freaking blend of those. It just sounds cool. At number 3 is Kamen Rider Wizard. Kamen Rider Wizard is a freaking boss, and he is just awesome. I love his 4 forms. I love all 4 of his dragon forms. I love the old dragon form. I love the powers that he can end up achieving in the movies where he's able to use some of Beast's powers. It is just awesome. On top of that, Infinity form freaking rocks. And I've also made his different forms, including his dragon forms. I have made them on Soul Calibur 5, which if I can ever get the time, I will show you guys. At number 2, Kamen Rider Drive. Drive was the very first Kamen Rider series I had actually watched all the way through. And I mean all the way. I haven't watched the movies yet, but I plan to try and watch them somehow. Oh my god. I love that series so much. And Drive was like the very first like belt I really got, besides the O's Driver. The O's Driver was something I got for my birthday. But the Drive Driver was something I got myself, and it was just kind of like, I can't believe I have this, because I was watching the series, I was like, ah! Shinosuke! I love Shinosuke. I love all the characters. I love the freaking story. I love all the types. Type, speed. Type, wild. Type, technique. Type, formula. Type, Toradora. That's my thing. I like Belt-san too. I like Belt-san, and I'm not gonna say I'm good, but I think I do a pretty good Belt-san impression. Okay, start our engine. Brum, brum. Drive type dead heat. But honestly, it's just a really good series, and I want to see all the movies so bad, including the one where Chase comes back. Now, at number 1, speaking of which, is Chase, both evil and good. Chase is a writer that I don't know what it was. I just had this instant attachment to him whenever I first saw him in the first episode. I was like, where he first appeared, just... break up. I don't know what it was. Just the tone of the freaking brake gunner. the tone that he had, his awesome asymmetric design, and just the overall arc of his character, and the fact that he was Proto-Drive. I don't know what it was, but I just seriously liked that character, and I liked it whenever he became his own writer at the same time. Henshin Rider Chaser. I love Chase so much, and what sucks is I can't find the TK figures for a good price. If I could find the TK figures, I would get TK Majin Chaser. I get TK Kamen Rider Chaser. I want the Brake Gunner, and I want the freaking Mach Driver. I don't even want it for Mach. I want it for Chase, because Chase is so freaking cool. I want it so bad. Chase is just one of those characters that I don't know what it is, but I had that instant attachment to him, and it was the same thing with like freaking who was it? Freaking Cole from Power Rangers Wild Force. Even before he became the Red Ranger, I was just like, you know what? I like this dude swinging around a jungle with monkeys. I like this guy. I didn't know what it was, and then he became even more awesome as the freaking story went on. And that's how I feel about Chase. I'm just like, whoa, Chase! And the fact that he was just like, he didn't know that he was a Roid Mute. He's just like thinking, oh, I'm just a normal guy that's helping the Roid Mute. All of a sudden, he's a Roid Mute. And I'm like, what the frick is going on? My mind was just seriously blown. And the kind of like love triangle between Shinosuke, Chase, and then the girl, I was like, this is getting weird, but I like it. And the very end, how they find out, ironically enough, Chase ended up copying a police officer. I was like, oh my god, I loved him so much. I just realized I spent the last couple minutes just talking about Chase. I don't know what it was, but that dude, I immediately saw him and I was like, yes, this is gonna be my favorite character. I don't care who shows up else in the show, he is my favorite character. Like, freaking Brain, sorry Brain, you're out of here. Medic, you're out of here. Heart was pretty cool. He may have been a villain, but Heart was pretty freaking cool. Freaking the Chief. Anyone else that ended up showing up, I was like, nope, doesn't matter. You're out. It's Chase. It's Chase 100%. I don't know what it was. I just really liked him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comments below, tell me who your favorite Kamen Rider is and why. And I will try and read some of them off in a later episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment. If this is your first video of mine watching, why not subscribe? And I'll see all you dudes in the next video. Power down!